I consider myself as a spiritual person, but my way of approaching to spirituality is slightly different with a lot of people around me. I'm also very pragmatic and very realistic. Meaning I have an ability to fully trust and surrender to life, to universe. But at the same time, I also want to know what is real and how I can bring that into my life. So I'm gonna, you know, elaborate a little bit about what I've just said. I know that on social media, people portray spiritual person as someone, crossing their legs, meditating for hours and hours, or maybe living in a jungle, having a gypsy life, and trying to escape from life. That's what is portrayed on social media, but it doesn't mean what it is real and what it is a true picture and what everyone's going to do the same thing. Because I start meditate. Well, from my personal experience, I start meditating since 2015, and until now is nearly 10 years. And I've done a lots of different practice in a spirituality. For example, meditations, yoga, all these things, right? And for me, what I realize is this practice is, the spiritual practice is not let you to escape from life. It should help you to navigate through life and allow you to live your life more fulfilled, more at ease, more content, and more peaceful. If you follow this practice and you escape from life, I don't think it's the right way. I mean, I respect everyone's opinion and I respect everyone's lifestyle and the way of living. I respect you and I'm not here to judge you. But I just think, what's the point of escaping life when you have the entire life to live, right? So, from my personal experience, since I started meditating in 2015, and yet at the beginning it can be bumping on the road, it's not easy to meditating, but then it comes with practice. And what I can tell you after nearly 10 years of meditating, and yes, there's a day I sat for 1 hour, there's a day I'm going to sit for 5 minutes only, and it doesn't matter, it's just how my body on that day feel and what I need. And meditations, it's allowed me to see my thoughts clearly. We have 16 to 17,000 thoughts per day. And imagine that if you keep all that 16 and 17,000 thoughts per day into your head, it's become spaghetti. So when you meditate, it's allow you to see it clearly, allow you to step back, see it from a distance, create that space. So you have an ability to say, oh, these thoughts, it's coming from my false belief or my limiting beliefs or the story that I create inside my head. It's nothing to do with reality, so I'm not going to listen to that. These thoughts coming from my ego, and my ego is not my higher self, so I'm not going to listen to that. So you see, meditation is really allow you to see those thoughts clearly, and so you can have an ability to choose, like the way you choose your clothes or other things in your life as well. Or another very effective practice that I have done for many years, and to be honest, I start this practice even before I know what is a spirituality. When I was in grade 7, it is journaling, and I have lots of journaling book here in front of me right now. Because when I wrote, I can see my thoughts clearly. I can see what I'm writing, and the process of writing my thoughts down is allowed me to slow these thoughts down, and so I will not be caught up into these thoughts. So you see, all this practice, it's allowed me to live my life in a better way. Or maybe there's a days that when I feel so tense at work and stressful at work, and that's very normal, right? Then I can go home and do yoga, because yoga has allowed me just not only to move my body in a physical aspect, but also my energy as well, so it will not stuck in some certain part of my body. So this is what I believe. I believe that whatever the spiritual practice that you are doing, it shouldn't be allow you to hate life or escape from life or run away from life, but it should help you to navigate through life in a more gentle way, more in flow, and accepting life it's in an easier way instead of fight against with that. Um, Another thought is, lots of people say to me why I don't do ayahuasca. I don't know if I say that properly, because I even couldn't say that properly, right? And I don't know. I respect everyone. And yeah, I think everyone has the right to choose whatever best for them. But here's my thought. It is a medicine. I know that it is a natural medicine in a way, but my thought, and I don't research a lot about that, and I don't understand that much. But my thought process about this is, I don't want to go out of this space, out of this place, go to another dimension, and then come back, and then not really carry that feeling. You know what I mean? It's like just a moment you go really far, and you're gonna come back to reality and you feel disappointed about life. I don't want that. What I want is, I want to build myself gradually. So with the very practical practice, so I can allow myself to constantly and sustain that state all the time. I don't want to go with that moments only. No, I don't. I want to live my life in that pure being. And I know, and I experience that by myself, that through this practice that I'm doing right now, it's really helped me to stay in that state of being a pure being most of the time. And there's a moment it's going to be rocky, and that's okay. I always can come back. So that is my thought about the spirituality. And I just think that, we are very lucky to be born in that human body, and we shouldn't try to escape from it. We should try to live to the fullest, meaning tasting every smell, every emotion, every experience to the maximum, and not being caught by that. And here's where the spiritual practice come in, because sometimes when you go foreign, you'll be caught up into that, and then you won't be destroyed by that experience. But with the spirituality, it's allow you to cut that distance, and you can come back to your pure being. And I think it's the best way to live the life. And the past few months for me, I really fully experienced that. And I think it's maybe useful for you to listen to my experience, so you will be able to see a different ways of living as well. And for you as well, you can go and find your own way and find your own practice. In the end of the day, we want to have the same thing, which is living a fulfilled and happy life. So whatever the things that you decide for yourself that make you happier, you go for it. Don't listen to the noise. Don't listen to other people tell you what to do. You sit down, you listen to your intuition, you listen to your higher self, and it will guide you to the best way to live your life.